It's my last day in Argentina, and as luck would have it, it's also one of the wettest days I've had since arriving in the country 6 weeks ago. And I've been traveling around as much of the country as I can. So I started off in Buenos Aires. I headed south along the coast down to Patagonia, and then went west, and then worked my way all the way up north to where I am right now in Resistencia. Now this is the first time it's actually stopped raining a little bit. I'm hoping I'm out long enough to show you a bit more of this city, my last day. But in Argentina I have seen a lot of everything, from the big bustling cities to the small quiet towns. Some unbelievable scenery, and more importantly, the people. Honestly, some of the friendliest people I've ever met, like George. Now George was a subscriber who subscribed when I was in Buenos Aires, has followed me all the way through the country and lives in this city. And when he saw the video that came out of Resistencia last night, he recognised the hostel, came round, introduced himself, and then he asked me if I wanted to have a day out today and show me some of the next city that's next door, Corrientes, which was random. An absolutely amazing guy, a typical Argentinian, friendly, open, wanted to show me the sights. So we had a 20-minute drive over to Corrientes. It was dry, there were dark clouds in the sky, and as everything that's random with me, and I do have my bad days, I forgot my memory stick for this camera, and without the memory stick I couldn't do any filming, so I had to use my iPhone, which was a bit annoying. I could easily have said, do you mind, George, driving back for 20 minutes to get my memory stick so I can carry on. So typical last day, weather's all over the place, completely forgot my memory card, but Corrientes, even though it was dull with weather, was an amazing city, and George took me to all the places that I needed to go, starting from this place, the suspension bridge. It's, I think he said, about a kilometre and a half long. It's big, and it was built in the 1970s, and it changed the city. And then from there's a beach, and it was probably one of the best riverside beaches I've been to in Argentina. Proper sand, even though people were expecting rain, so nobody was there. Now, as you can see, it is getting a little bit dark. I am just wandering aimlessly, as I always do, around the back streets of the city. The Corrientes was founded in 1588, and why was it founded where it was? Because of the Paraná River, one of the biggest rivers in South America, and you can tell by the size of the bridge earlier on, it's very wide as well. The spot had 7 strong currents, and that's literally what Corrientes means. So it became a strategic river crossing, a military outpost, and a gateway deeper into Argentina. So one of the main squares that you go to is Plaza 25th of May, and it's a big square. We had a little walk around, and from there you don't have a cathedral, you have a church. The cathedral was about 9 streets away, and with the weather starting to turn bad, didn't really have a chance to get down there. But we had a little wander in. Really cool place for a church. And then from there we went to the Carnival Museum. Corrientes is famous in Argentina for having the biggest festival in the country. So it's not just Brazil. And some of these costumes were amazing and expensive. Now, one of the more interesting facts about Corrientes was the fact that it was involved in a massive war, the War of Triple Alliance, when Paraguay, where I'm going tomorrow, came along and took control of it. Argentina wasn't too happy about it, and the War of the Triple Alliance was Paraguay versus Argentina, Brazil and Uruguay in 1865, and it became one of the deadliest wars in South American history. And I mean, we're talking Paraguay lost up to half its population. Corrientes became a frontline zone, and the whole region got wrecked. Amazing. Well, not amazing, but wow. And I do feel bad that I didn't take my memory card, because it would have been an amazing video. But hey ho, it is my last day. I'm allowed to make mistakes. But Argentina, I've already said, it's got the scenery, it's got the big places, the small places, everything you need in a country. But as a budget backpacker, it's not the cheapest. I thought my £25 a day would stretch. Not quite. Transport more expensive than what I thought it'd be. Food in the supermarkets was the same. But you can survive on probably a little bit more. The transport is safe, it's comfortable, it's all buses. There's a lot of people will fly by aeroplane, and there is low-cost airlines if you have a small bag that you take on the plane. If you've got like a big backpack, then the buses are the way to go ahead. But because Argentina is so big, and I mean it's massive, the journey between a lot of the cities is like anything from 4 to 13 hours. But I've done them, I've slept in them comfortably, and I've enjoyed them as much as you can enjoy a bus ride that's 13 hours long. The people, always friendly. If you go to smaller places, there is not many people that'll speak English, so it helps to learn a little bit of Spanish, which I have, and I've might have improved my Espanol. Who knows? We'll find out when I get to Paraguay. But the bus I go on tomorrow is directly, fingers crossed, straight to the capital of Paraguay. Argentina has been an amazing place. I have really loved it, so much so that I will be coming back next year. There is so much I've missed out on that I need to go back to UK after this journey's finished, make some more money, and then come back out. That's the plan. And if you have been following me, I have been worried about the cost of airlines, and I think the rain is about to start again. There's big puddles everywhere. With the cost of fuel, jet fuel going up, the flights are really starting to get more expensive. I am going to give it another week, but just to be on the safe side, I've got 2 weeks in Paraguay, 2 weeks in Bolivia, and then head hopefully into Brazil to a cheap airport, because from the looks of it, Brazil seems to be the cheapest place to fly from back to UK. That is only a plan at the moment, but I still got Paraguay to enjoy, and that will be the next video, crossing the border. That's a low tree. Wow. So yeah, Argentina, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. I have thoroughly enjoyed your country, and Paraguay, I'm coming for you. But if you've enjoyed this little video, and I just wish it hadn't been raining, I wish I hadn't forgotten my memory card, and it would have been a so much better day. So yeah, just press that like button if you want to see what the border crossing's like, because I haven't got a clue. There's not a lot of online about it. Then subscribe and find out. But until the next time, as I cross the border, bye bye for now.